Now we are going to see Docker copy. If data should be copied from one location to other location, say for example, if you want to copy data from a host to a container, or from container to host, or between the containers itself, what we do is we use volume. Volume should be used to copy the data from host to container or vice versa. But volume should be created during the creation of a container itself by using minus v flag, like docker run minus itd minus v flag. Um, but what if in case, like if we forgot to give the minus v flag during the creation of a container, and we have to copy data from container to host? If volume was not created during the creation of a container, data can be copied from one location to other using docker cp command. So we'll see how it is. So I'm going to create a container at the moment. Docker run minus itd, and I'm giving a name minus name for the container. Say for example, mm, testing cp command. That's the container name. It's testing cp, and from the image ubuntu. If we have to copy from earlier, like if you have to copy between from container to host, you have to give minus v flag here, like here. But what if we forgot to give the minus v flag? So that is how we go. So now we created the container, and you can see what our containers by using docker ps. If you see testing copy, this is the container that's been created now. So now the container is running. So if the container is running, and if we have to get into the shell of the container, how can we get in? The command is docker attach container name. Okay. Now this is an Ubuntu OS. So we are vi5.txt. Oh, this is a Ubuntu. Vi doesn't work in Ubuntu. So the command is touch file.txt. Okay. And then we say hello, and I'm going to redirect to the this file, this file.txt. Okay. Now I'm going to get exit of the container. Okay. So this is the file.txt is in a container, and I have to copy this file.txt into my host. So the command is docker cp source location. Source location is what? Testing container and file.txt. So that is under the root folder of this one, of the container, file.txt. And I want to copy this into the temp folder of the root, temp file.txt. So the cp command is used to copy data from one location to other location. So if volume was created before, we don't even have to use the cp command. So the cp command is used if in case we have forgotten to use the minus v flag. Oh, the container name is wrong. So docker cp, what is that? Testing cp is the name of the container. Okay, now if you get into the temp folder and if you see, can you see the file.txt? Yes, it's been copied. Get file.txt. Okay, so the difference between -v and cp command is -v can be used during the creation of the container, whereas cp command would be used when if we have forgotten to use the -v flag and if we have to copy the contents from host to container or vice versa, we can use the -cp command. And there is another thing with -v flag with volumes, like as and when you like, if you made any changes to the file.txt in the container, it will reflect the same changes in the container as well. So the container will also be updated with the changes. Whereas with cp command, you can't see these changes. That is the thing. Um, if we can see how that is work. Okay. Okay. So I'm going making insert. Mm, changes made in host. Okay. So I'll move this. If you see, I have made a change in a host, and the changes are changes made in host. Now, if I have to get into the container, so how you start the container? You have to start the container because the container is exited at the moment. If you see, the container is not there; it is in the exited mode because we came out of the container using the exit command. Oh, there are loads of containers that I have created. Okay, so the testing cp. Can you see it's been exited? So to start the exiting container, the command is docker start container name, and now I have to get into the shell of the container, and the command is docker attach. Now the container is started. Now I have to get into the shell of the container. The command is docker attach. Okay, and where is the file.txt? Get file.txt to see the contents. Can you see? Because now we made changes in the host file, but those changes are not reflected into the container. That is the problem with cp command. So if we have to use, we have to use the cp command again and again to copy the changes. Whereas with -v flag, whatever the changes that you make, either in the host or with the container or either ways, it would be reflected as and when you make changes. It would be updated. That's it.